All right, check it out. You see these around and you just kind of turn your head, don't you? But we're gonna find out if this one rips or not. So I do have a precision drive here, and this is the Demon Effects version, so it's basically the same thing. But today I'm gonna use my JSX cab, a Marshall cab, and my cab with the V30s. We're gonna hear what it sounds like through all of those cabs with this JCM 2000 to see if it really does suck, because a lot of people hate it. Let's give it a shot. What is up, everybody? Look at this, a JCM 2000 TSL. The one that everybody turns their head on, right? You see it on Marketplace or something used and you're like, oh no. But I get it. These kind of amps are prone to the bias drift, and I totally get that. So if you don't have the brand new boards, you can expect to go ahead and have to do some kind of work on this kind of amp, and this amp needs it. Now, I am watching the voltage as I'm playing here, just to make sure it doesn't go too high up. I will also be looking at the tubes just to make sure they don't red plates, because what happens with the bias drift is that over time, with this one for an hour, it went up, I don't know what, 10 watts. So that's not good. You could be running at 20 watts, which the EL34 is run at about, like, I don't know, the max dissipation is 25. And you could start it out at 15, really low, right? And then all of a sudden, an hour into playing it, you're all the way at the max, and you could go even higher. Now, there's no telling, you know, how fast these bias drifts happen, but I know that within an hour, it was already going at idle max dissipation. Okay, so I'm going to be watching this one while I'm playing it. But what we're trying to do today is, since I have this TSL, I will be fixing it with the Dr. 2 bias mod, which bypasses the whole bias situation in this amp and makes it so where it's a very stable bias and you never have to worry about that. Set it and forget it. But what we're trying to do today is go through this TSL and see what it sounds like through these different cabs. You know, because a lot of people don't like this amp. And let's see if we can make it rock or not. First, we got the Marshall cab, and that is loaded with the T75s. Now, I know that I used this riff in the last one, but I've been digging this riff, you know, and just like to share it with the TSL. Now, I do have a precision drive on this, and the gate is at noon, so it's not doing a whole lot. Usually with high gain amps, I have to turn all the way up, all the way as far as I can go with it to make a difference. But with this one, I am on the crunch channel. That is key to this amp. I am on the crunch channel, and the gain is at 3 o'clock. I don't have another camera to show you. Here, tell you what, I'm gonna show you. All right, so here's the settings. Bass, middle, treble, and the deep switches on. Reverb tank is not connected. Presence is at noon. Yeah, gain and volume's up there. So the tone shift is not engaged. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to the other cabs just so you guys can hear it and I'm gonna put my headphones on so I can hear it too. And I'm not gonna know what sounds the best until I start editing this video, but let's just keep the settings the same and just go through all these cabs, okay? Just a word of caution. I typically don't mind turning my amp on standby to switch speakers or cabs. I think as long as there's no signal going through it, it doesn't need the load. So do not do what I'm doing. I just trust that and what I've been doing, and I've not had a problem yet. Okay, so I won't edit this out. I'll show you guys me like setting up these mics and how I do it, because I think people like seeing that kind of stuff, you know? So let's go ahead and turn this on. It's in the 16 ohm slot now. All right, the bias went up a little bit. Well, got to keep an eye on that one. Okay, so let's figure this out. Tell you what, first this is the SM57. All right, now the MD421. Let's try this different speaker. Now this, I believe, is the XXX. So, let's see here. Okay. All right, so this is both of them. I'm matching the waveforms here. Okay, let's play the riff. So there's that one. Let's go ahead and go over to the V30s over here. These are all Chinese V30s over here. So we'll see what they sound like. And this one's running at 16 ohms too. So we're going to try to find the sweet spot here. So we are looking at the SM57 right now. Y'all like a little sizzle? This is going right at the edge of the dust cap. Tried and true, right? Let's go over to MD421. Is it a thing to watch YouTubers struggle? Not much change in this one. All right, let's go ahead and put both of them on. I think that works. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is the best sounding cab, but we're gonna run with it, and I'm not gonna go through too much on this because I'm sure there's plenty of videos out there showing you TSLs and stuff, but I want to show you the difference between the lead channel and the crunch channel. So I'm gonna turn this off. So that introduced a little bit of noise because there was a noise gate on the pedal. So now remember that the gain is over at 3 o'clock or so. Yeah, okay. That is some classic Marshall tones right there. It does remind me of the DSL. I mean, this one's supposed to be the triple super lead and the DSL is the dual super lead, so it makes sense. I mean, I think that's a pretty killer tone. This is the crunch channel, and let's go back on the rank gain a little bit, right? Let's go to noon. I mean, come on. All right, so now let's go over to the lead channel and see what that sounds like. I don't know where this gain is at. Which that sounds okay, right? That's a pretty good rock tone. I do dig that. Let's go ahead and turn up the gain all the way. See, it just gets muddy. No one would use that, right? Let's do tone shift. Is that Slayer-like? I don't know. Let's bring the gain back. And go at it again. I like that, actually. I'm playing these riffs because that's all I could do with this. There's nothing like... It's just way too muddy. Yeah, this thing is cooking. So anyways, I just wanted to go through that really quick before this got too hot. And it's there now. I am going to definitely do the bias mod to this guy. And I hope you got something out of this video. The TSL is definitely not something to pass up unless the board isn't changed, which I think it's 2000. If you look on the back, you can look and see when it was made. And if it's older or newer than 2001 or 3 or something like that, you'll have to check me on that. Those have the boards that are good. I think these are killer sounding amps, especially with an overdrive. And when I turned this up loud, it was totally the Marshall tone. The mid forward, the punch, and just clarity. I was very impressed with this. I used to have one, it was a 60 watt, and I just didn't. Actually got that from Kyle Bull. Yeah, Kyle Bull, if you're watching this, I sold that sucker. Yeah, that thing, I did not like that one at all. But this is 100 watt. and I gave it another shot, and I really dig what kind of tones I'm coming with, especially with the precision drive. And these things are freaking awesome. They cut up the low end and all that stuff. So anyways, that's it. I just wanted to go through this a little bit, show you guys through different cabs and see what it sounds like, and just kind of show you, maybe you guys like something that I didn't hear. Maybe I'll see that when I edit it, but that's it. DMD out.